Is that you guys? Didn't think I'd be back so soon, huh? Well, guess what? You thought wrong. I'm back already. And the reason I'm back is because this video needed to be made. See, recently, we've gone to war, man. This is a war of us versus Smash Brothers. Again. Alright, I'm slightly exaggerating. Not all of Smash Brothers agrees one side or the other. But this is a... Why is my chair being so... Shut up. Please. Why? Can you not? Can you not? Thank you. What was I talking about? Leffen. This war is against Leffen. This war is Leffen versus hacks. Once again, we're back on this topic. See, recently Technicals made his video, The Victims of Leffen. And it was a video that basically existed to prove that Leffen wasn't, the innocent guy that he portrays himself as. And its secondary point was to try to get hacks unbanned from New York City Melee events, or just Melee events in general. I don't know. All I know is the attempt of this video was to help hacks out. In the response to the video being made, on one side, I'm surprised, delightfully surprised that some of the support it's got. But on the other hand, it's Leffen. So I guess we just gotta break it down. See, I'm the tweet reading guy. I'm the guy that's the funny guy, the guy who puts the stupid memes in the video. Tekken franchise, they do the research and all that. I'm like the side character. I'm here to fill you in, alright, while they take their time. So just to recap, because I know all my subs, they A, didn't watch the Hacks video, and B, they're not all caught up to the situation. Let's recap. Hacks is a Smash player who had his problems with Leffen per se, and he made a video named evidence.zip. And to be completely honest, that video, it's not that good at all. I think the main point of the video was fine. It was just like how we get to that main point is kind of terrible and awful, and he probably most likely should have rethought how he did that video. But that video is the reason that he got banned from New York City Melee events, I don't know. Look, all I know is NYC Melee made the statement later that we're about to go over. So he gets banned from all these Smash events for making a video against Leffen because they deemed him as a threat, and he broke other rules that I talked about in my last video on hacks. But that's basically what they went after him for. They went after him for making this video on Leffen, and they said they deemed him as a threat at events. So because of this video, that was just, it was just a bad video. He was now deemed a threat. Like he was gonna pull up there with a pipe bomb and just blow the whole venue sky high. Like that was the plan there. That's exactly what Hacks was planning on doing after releasing evidence.zip. I'm glad that these guys have a lot of critical thinking. Speaking of which, recently New York City once again came out with another statement on why they wouldn't unban hacks. I went over that in a previous video, so I'm just gonna play some clips from that.
After the release of the video titled January Ban Appeal 2024 on his social media channels, New York City Melee's tournament organizers have determined we will be permanently banning hacks from all future New York City Melee events for violating terms of our previous unbanned statement. In our prior statement, which took effect at the beginning of January 1st, 2023, we outlined the following 4 conditions for hacks to resume participation in New York City Melee events. The banned individual releases no further public statements about fellow community members, which can be considered a violation of COC rules 2.2.2 and 2.2.3. The banned individual engages in no additional interviews or public discussion on the topic of their ban for their own social media channels or any others. The banned individual does not seek further appeal this ban with the undesigned tournament organizer. The banned individual does not ask to be reinstated as a part of the undersigned tournament organizing groups even after the ban is lifted. Despite him having agreed to the terms outlined above, in advance of our prior statement, we found Hacks' new video to be in violations of the first 2 clauses. Through our initial ruling, we had hoped to give Hacks a chance to reconnect with his local scene and move past this. However, it is clear that he is unable to let go of his original motivation behind the videos, and we believe a line in the sand must be drawn when a player in question has publicly gone back on their agreement. Please note that this update only applies to events organized by New York City Melee. Specifically, this refers to the weekly nightclub series of events, as well as future nightclub VIP, function, or other events nature run by our team. Other organizers or scenes can see fit to make their own judgment on Hacks' participation in their events. We will not be considering further appeals to this decision.
So now we've got it back to the point where Tech released his video about Leffen and all that, just to basically get Hacks unbanned. And the response to that video, it's been mixed, I would say. We've had some big figures and small figures alike, come together to go against Leffen, but at the same time, Leffen himself is a big figure, and people on his side are in more powerful situations than the rest of us who actually agree. So Leffen first responded to the video with this tweet by saying,
"Nah, the new season of Leffen hit pieces is so funny. Like making a 1 hour 30-minute video called The Victims of Leffen and including when I ratioed an Axel player on Twitter for lagging and then lying about it. It is so fucking hilarious. What will you come up with next, lol?
Pretty much responding to the smallest, like, I'm not the smallest, but actually no, probably the smallest point in the video. Like the whole video is going over way more than that one point. You admit that it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. He did not spend a whole 1 hour and 30 minutes talking about this Axel player. But I'm glad that you like picked a point out the video that was like, it was small fry, you know, it was questionable. And now it's all of a sudden like, oh well, now the entire video is bad. Even someone points this out to him, like LMAO, you picked out the one questionable thing in the video. And then he said, y'all would say that about literally everything. To you guys, being a sexual predator is less serious than Twitter ratios. Who gives a fuck what y'all think? I would love to know these sexual predators that we are defending. Obviously, this one is geared towards Zero, which you can have your opinions on Zero. I personally don't like the guy. But to say that we're defending sexual predators is 100% false. We're not defending what he did. We're defending his right to just exist in the world again. Because right now you're holding a 19-year-old's actions. Yeah, so your Zero is 29 years old as of right now, and you're holding him to something he did a decade ago as a 19-year-old to a 14-year-old who is now 24, and the things he did were DMs. Like, sure, is it bad? Definitely. Won't disagree on that. Again, I don't like Zero just because like that whole thing, it's basically a super senior going after a freshman. What the hell are you doing? But at the same boat, it's a super senior going after a freshman. Their lives shouldn't be ruined over that. I don't think most super seniors who try to date freshmen's lives are over right now. But at the same time, he was online. There was no physical contact. B, there was light flirting. There was flirting. I will admit that. That is, again, disgusting. And then C, the one big claim that he has for nudes cannot be shown. There is no evidence of that. So as of right now, we're holding a 19-year-old. We're holding a 29-year-old to a 19-year-old flirting with the 14-year-old, and that makes him a predator, a sexual predator. Totally fine. I get it. Leffen made other tweets responding.
But that's the thing though, people do just come up with this stuff. I was called Hitler for wearing an Adidas shirt. If people blindly trust some banned people, then what is the point? They can come up with infinite amount of lies. I'm not going to argue with the crazy guys on the street.
So I love how, you know, someone who's banned in Smash is equal to a crazy guy on the street. Because the Smash community doesn't like you. You are insane and just straight yapping out the mouth, and you're making up lies all the time. Got it. Well, as someone who isn't banned at Smash, as someone who isn't banned, who at one point was a part of the community, so I could say that, you know, I'm free. I am a free man speaking. Tech made a video with video evidence, textual evidence, and testimonial evidence. Multiple pieces of evidence, right? He's shown you doing said things, shown how bad it is. I don't get where the lies are. Like, you can point to a point in the video where he makes something up, then sure. But even then, Axe calling you Hitler over wearing an Adidas shirt, that isn't a lie. That's just a terrible assumption. Like, well, guys, I don't know if you know this. I'm not Hitler. He's lying about that. Like, obviously, we know you're not Hitler, but like, that wasn't the point being made. He was basically just calling you a terrible human being. But yeah, that was basically Leffen's response to the video. Now we're gonna talk about his fans and their comments, cause some of this is like terrible glaze, like a legal amount of glaze. Like, look at this one. Bro, respectfully, how do you stay in a space where people are constantly making up reasons to hate you?
Oh my god, bro, is dick riding all you do?
No, I'm saying,
you literally got that nigga dick in your mouth right now. I see it.
I've gotten used to it. The people making this are all banned from events, so they really aren't in the same space anyways. It's not much different than walking past a crazy person on the way to work.
So this is where I go to the people who support tech in this video, like TK Breezy and Mewtwo King. Shit, probably HBox if he wasn't a pussy. All these people are not banned at events. So what do you have to say to them? Well, this is what he has to say to TK Breezy. TK made it very clear that he's not standing side by side with tech on this, but more of on his own volition. He agrees with, he has his own points on Leffen, which I think that's great. We're not gonna get mad at him for that. That would be stupid. But he agrees that he has his own thing. He has his own points on Leffen, which is, again, great. Yeah, here he states,
there's no bridge burn, at least on my side, and I'll just see him at any event. We both FGC, so yeah, I ain't got no hate in my heart. Bro just ain't a fan of the antics. But yeah, it's no hate. We can chop it up literally whenever. No doors closed here.
Cool for you. I'd rather not speak to you anymore. I don't hate you or anything. But if you don't take me or my family's safety seriously, why the fuck would I want to have you as a friend?
So this is a point that TK never made. He never said he wanted his family safety to be in threat. But you know what? Remember this for later in the video. I just want you to remember this for later in the video. That the safeties of families are very serious to Leffen. All right, they're very important.
And I don't think I'm the only one who's hurt by you supporting tech and enabling these people. A ton of people who you have worked with and know are being harassed by these people. People have already DM'd me expressing similar feeling. Hope you have a good life and stop acting like this at some point, but I'm not waiting around.
Stop acting like what? What is he acting like? He's a man expressing his own beliefs and his own disagreeing with. He says that he's willing to talk to you. He did not threaten you or anything. He didn't say next time I see you at an event, he's getting knees. He didn't say why I oughta. He literally just said that he doesn't agree with you and he thinks that you're a massive pussy. And your response is, yes! Yes! Like, hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This nigga Leffen. Hey, this is me saying this. This nigga Leffen need to get slapped, nigga. I don't care. Anyways, back to his fans.
Leffen was fun to hate as a competitor 10 years ago, but after he stood up for survivors in 2020, when most big names said nothing, hating on Leffen is just another alt-right dog whistle.
Is this nigga serious?
Parasite of the Smash community technicals. That cockroach doesn't deserve any attention.
So, let me get this straight. You can't disagree with Leffen because you're putting his family's life at danger. You're an alt-righter and probably many other claims. That's great. That's great. So, I'm glad to see that there's a lot of free thinking here. I'm glad to see that, you know, this man is willing to take criticism. Totally. 100%. Just one last tweet from one of his fans that I just needed to show. It's from a verified account, by the way. A Twitter verified account.
Only Leffen can get sniped by a troll playing on the laggiest setup known to man, told to kill himself, and then he gets called the bad guy. That's my goat.
Dick Rider! Yo, god damn, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Take those talents to the hub, my boy, because the dick suck that you just pulled off was amazing. Inspirational amount. Abella Danger is taking notes as we speak. I love how every time it comes to Leffen, you know, anytime he gets bullied, made fun of, he's a massive victim, you know. He's getting death threats, he's getting told to kill himself. But when it happens to Hacks, it's just like, it's out of our hands, man. We can't do anything about it, you know. It's gonna happen. It is what it is. It's crazy. It's crazy the crazy double standard that exists in y'all. It's kind of fucking sad, because like y'all do realize y'all are grown-ass men and that y'all could just, I don't know, exist in the same space and not have to antagonize each other at all times. Like y'all want Hacks to improve and all this. If you just unban him, I guarantee you he's never pulling a stunt like that again. And to the people tweeting out that playing Smash around people or at events is a privilege, but my big question is, why don't you ask the community themselves? You know, why is there like a poll or something? You know, should we unban Hacks? Do you guys feel unsafe around him? Because instead, this decision led up to like a group of 10 or so people, rather than letting the entire community answer the question. Because now it's come down to, if these 10 people don't like you, then you got the boot. Instead of as a whole, like how about we come together and answer this question? So now moving on to one of the people who are part of the decision, Willie P, who really should have picked a better name. Like, I get that my name is Printer14, but Willie P is that's fucking crazy. Willie P had his own response to the video.
It's pretty clear why someone might go on private when mentioned in a DramaTubers video, but claiming I'm mentally torturing Hex when they made a 90-minute video about Hex/Leffen, when Hex has clearly stated on record he does not want anything to do with it, is whack.
I love how you say Hex wants nothing to do with technicals. They have private messages. They are indeed involved with each other. And I know that's a shocker, but sometimes people just say something publicly so they can, you know, deal with it and have people like you off his back. Also being mentioned in a DramaTubers 90-minute video. You were simply mentioned. The video wasn't about you. You weren't gonna get as much harassment as you think if you just stayed public and didn't make a response. And I say harassment in heavy quotations. But going private immediately after someone makes a video and you're mentioning it, no offense, that's the biggest pussy move you could possibly make.
When I voted to ban Hex from NYC Melee, the decision was a group one. I don't have the sole power to ban/unban someone from the scene, but I do not regret my decision. I have tried more than others would to make Hex's transition out of Melee easier, but he will not accept anything than full unban from local and national events. I've tried helping coordinate fests, meetups with NYC Melee friends of his, but most of the time he will dismiss those ideas and keep asking about an unban.
So your problem with him is that he's asking for an unban. That's it. You didn't mention how he's been relapsing or anything. All you mentioned was your problem with him is that he's asking to be unbanned from everything, which no shit he is. Why wouldn't he get unbanned? You know what? I just want to put this into the most understandable situation possible. So let's say you're a preschool teacher, right? We're a preschool teacher. Let's do a little pretending, right? We got some preschoolers. One preschooler goes up to another one and says,
Jenna, you feel like dirty nickels. You're built like a cricket. I hate you.
You know, not nice things. So you go send him to timeout. He then proceeds to sit in timeout, and at some point, you know, it's been like an hour. He's sitting in the corner, and he just raises his hand. He goes,
Teach, can I please get on a timeout? I'm sorry.
And you go, well, if you didn't ask, I might have thought about it. I would have thought about it. Maybe I would have let you out. But you know what? No, you get one more hour in the corner. Do you think that's reasonable? Because then after you get him out in the corner, you hear him over there mumbling. You know, now he's mad. Do you see how that's not Not reasonable at all. How you escalated the situation tenfold. Because instead of just letting him out of timeout the first time and seeing what happens, it seems like you're just taking your anger out irrationally on a child, right? Is that not what it seems like? So now let's transfer that over to Hex. You ban him. He says, yeah, I'm sorry. Can I get unbanned? And then you proceed to go, well, if you didn't ask, I would have thought about it. Again, same situation. Once again, it just makes you seem like you're taking your anger out on somebody. Except in this situation, it's not a child, so I guess it's better. You don't have a right to play Smash Brothers. Just like that kid, you don't have a right to go play at a recess. It's a privilege to play at a recess. So if that wasn't bad enough, banning him from his game and all of that, and basically saying you can't speak about it at all. Alright, you cannot speak up for yourself, or else you continue to be banned. This guy named Greg Normal comes out and releases some court documents between him and Hex. I don't really know the details, the deep details in that Tekken franchise. Again, they're doing a deep dive into that later. He releases Hex's address, and you wouldn't believe it, but guess who liked and reposted this? Both Leffen and Willie P. Leffen liked it, Willie P reposted it straight up and said, this is a good read into it. So he straight up sent people to go read this, right? And in it has his address. So just real quick, just playing their game here. Let's go check back into the Smash Code of Conduct, because if we go back there, it states that as a level 3 offense, which is the highest level of offense, doxing, that is posting or threatening to post other people's personal identifying information, especially as a way to escalate or continue harassment. This includes, but is not limited to, information not publicly available, such as the victim's address, social security, or identification number, or vehicle/license plate information. Now, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, 100%. The rule does not state bringing higher attention to a previously made public dox. However, the intent was definitely to get Hex, more hated, considering that in the post that was posting it, it says, in 2020, Hex launched a harassment campaign against me using burner accounts and his fans based on lies he fabricated. We had a signed agreement that gave both of us the right to the box IP and an anti-disparagement clause and all sorts of legal stuff. This was released right after text video and all this other stuff. Everyone #free Hex becoming a bigger thing. This post was 100% meant to get more people against Hex, aka incite harassment or playing that game. This post was to incite harassment, and with that having the dox inside of it, even if it's quote unquote not real and not the correct address, what happens if a crazy Leffen fan just I don't know, says let's test it out and sends a pipe bomb in this nigga mail? Even at that, let's go back to you and families at risk, right? All right, Leffen, since you want to like this tweet, even if that's not Hex's address, it's even worse. You put a random family at risk, a family that probably has no idea what a Smash Brothers even is, and now they might get shit sent in their mail because people hate Hex, and you have hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of fans that you can't control. One of them got to be loony. One of them got to be crazy. What, do they just pull up to the address and wait till somebody open that door, come in there and sleep through slumber? This is a situation where you don't know what could happen, and the fact that you casually liked it and just left it up, and now everyone is taking it down and acting like, there might have been an address in there. It's not the correct one though. It's crazy. It's crazy how quickly you guys can just shift that somehow into being an accident, a good thing. There's no problem with that. Hopefully the New York City Melee TOs are very quick to respond to this case of doxing. Hopefully. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it wasn't that bad. But anyways, that's gonna do it for the video. At this point, it's undeniable that this is about to be a war, and I'm here and I'm seated for it. But really, I just wanted to outline, one more thing. Leffen, no one would have a problem with if you just straight up admitted to being the villain. You just admitted to being toxic. If you own being toxic, there would literally be zero problem. If you're just like, yeah, fuck it, I hate all of you, I'm toxic. If you just went fuck tech, fuck Hex, I don't like y'all, I'm toxic. Yeah, y'all are staying banned. But the problem is, it's the constant playing victim. The constant that you are indeed the victim. That you are just you don't know what's going on. Everyone else is the bad guy. It's crazy to me how someone can't just own it. And it's everyone else's fault. Tech admitted to being an asshole. He admitted that he hates all of you. That somehow he's more problematic than Leffen. Because authenticity, it doesn't matter in this sphere. It doesn't matter. Smash Bros, they don't want you to be authentic. They want you to be what they want you to be. Their idea of the perfect human being is someone who just agrees with them on everything. You can see it in the way he treated TK Breezy. It's his way or the highway. And for some reason, Leffen's fans and Melee, they just like it that way. They like just being ruled under an iron fist and no disparaging opinions. Everyone in there just agrees with each other. Perfect echo chamber. So anyways, if you like the video, like the video. If you're watching my content, you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? And this is Sprinter, and this has been Leffen, the Perpetual Victim, and I'm signing out.
Like Rambo.